Hello and welcome to Reflections, episode 18, Dinosaur Valley. This one's fun because we went with our friends, Joe and Jennifer, and we had drone stuff. We had legal drone flights. We actually helped out the park and sent them some photos that we took, and that was their deal with this one. So, anything to add?
Not yet.
All right, well, we'll start it.
All right, so we made it
You weren't moving fast enough.
to Dinosaur Valley State Park.
It is 9:06. We just bought a new tent, so this will be our first setup with the tent, and it is about 40 degrees outside. So
40 ain't bad, but it's not great.
yeah.
Not great, not terrible.
So we're gonna try really hard to still love each other at the end of setting up the tent.
And avoid the velociraptors.
We have to start before Jen and Joe get
They're already gonna beat us. There's no way. I'll start the fire.
Okay, that would be the most helpful thing to do right now.
Where's the tent? Is it beneath everything?
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Footprint now, so we don't need the tarp. We're gonna use the footprint.
Okay.
So I need to. Okay. Get the footprint out.
I think this was like your system. You're figuring out your system. It's just kind of working for us. Mm-hmm. I don't really know where too many things are still.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, but I was like getting excited because things were like coming together. We had like a new tent. It was also actually our tent. Like the first tent we were using was just like a hand-me-down, like you can borrow this for a little bit
Oh yeah.
tent for us to figure out if we even liked camping. And so we like had our new tent, and I had like a system in place at that point, like bins for everything. And so I was excited to have like, it's starting to feel like we had like the stuff that we needed for camping, you know? Yeah.
We're also, I guess, more comfortable with video stuff. We had just gotten
That's true.
done with Zion, so that was like why there was a little more pep in our step, I think, coming back and
Oh yeah, that's very
camping
true.
and stuff. You know, like I was thinking about all that stuff. Like, why are we more chipper here? 'Cause there's a couple of before this that you're just kind of like, wow, the draining batteries one, the
Yeah,
McKinney
yeah.
Falls, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Like, are you enjoying camping at that point?
Yeah.
But yeah, we had like rejuvenated energy
Yeah.
for this one. Yeah.
I always feel like we're on a tight schedule when we get here late because the air mattress is kind of loud. So I'm like, we need to have it done before 10 quiet hours.
Yeah, but those people have a fire. They're still awake. Whoa. Whoa. Where are we going? Right here? This looks kind of wet. What is it? Yeah, it's like damp.
Well, where else?
I just said right there.
But there's like a tree branch.
That's a root.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to put our tent.
Is that a dinosaur spine?
So this tent is bigger than the one we had.
Okay, so we have to set up on the wet.
So the footprint does not come with stakes.
I was excited about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Seen them.
Well, we weren't gonna see dinosaurs, but dinosaur tracks.
Maybe the real thing. Yeah, finding a spot at night is a little more difficult.
Getting a lay of the land.
Well, that was we were leaving on like Fridays. We were staying a little longer than we would instead of like one day. Staying longer, which means we're leaving on Friday, which means we're getting to the place late.
Yeah.
And that's at night. And I think we're handling the stress of trying to figure out what we're doing pretty well because we didn't know how big the tent would be either. Like, we haven't even measured
Is
it
that a
yet.
dinosaur
So
spine?
So
Yeah.
this tent is bigger than the one we had.
Okay, so we have to set up on the wet.
So the footprint does not come with stakes, but I ordered some extra stakes.
there you go again with your excitement. You already had
I'm
it.
like, I got this.
You had everything. Yeah, it's fun to see.
Yeah, like my confidence growing. Yeah.
Tom, will you help me?
I'm still letting video get in the way just a little bit, but
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I was like, did you just like? I wasn't sure why you just like let go. Like if you were like messing with me, like it was a joke, or if you were just that oblivious.
oh, I'm just going to the camera because I was away for 5 seconds and got bored, or I wanted to check the shot. But yeah,
Yeah.
you aren't as frustrated. Like, it was more of a
Yeah. Yeah.
fun thing.
I wasn't like mad, but I was just like, let's like get real.
We're evolving there too.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We tried to set up the tent before our friends got here, and this is how far we are. And this is how close they are. Yeah. Back at reminds me of Inks Lake whenever I tried to beat you. Set up the tent before you got back.
Yeah.
Normally, it takes a little longer. If it's your first time setting up a tent, it's going to take a little longer than you think it will.
Yep.
Look at how much space that's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't even know why they need that stupid van to get off it.
That's funny because we have a van now.
That is funny. I wasn't jealous at all of them
Yeah.
just backing up and then
Well, we always wanted the van.
yeah.
But we were like, we gotta start. We gotta start with tent camping. We
Uh-huh.
can't just rush right into
You
it.
work your way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, their setup was just backing up.
Backing in.
And then ours is this whole,
Yep.
I was probably like, that's probably worth it. That's what I was thinking. Wait, what kind of tent is this?
Oh yeah, this is a REI Kingdom 6-person tent. We got a 6-person tent to accommodate the dogs, but they're not here with us tonight.
Yeah, because look at your breath. O'Malley would
He would
be so mad.
pissed. It seems like there are a lot of.
I think we would be also mad if we had to set up the tent with
In the dark.
O'Malley and Danny. But we were saying O'Malley is just going to be mad, but we couldn't have dealt with the new tent, friends, and dog.
We know our limits. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like there are a lot of pieces.
Oh,
I don't know what this is, but there's more in here. What is the rest of it? Oh, I bet this is the rain.
that is not the rain.
No, this is the rain flag. Oh, it has like a compartment for the sticks.
What?
That's a lot of sticks. Do we use all of them? Oh man.
Welcome.
This is a lot more equipment than I'm used to.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Hello.
Well, it's just funny to me because I'm like, oh, we like didn't even open the bag or like look inside at the contents after.
guess not.
We did. I did do a lot of research like for the tent that we wanted, but yeah, I didn't know how you set it all up. So it's funny like being like, what are all these?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other tent just like there was no footprint, no rain fly. It was just like a little tent and then like 2 poles. That was
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello.
Keep the core warm.
Oh my god.
And it's not this big.
I think they sized it for real Americans now.
Right. Dang.
Yeah, we didn't show the setup, but we just skipped to that. That's many more
Yeah.
poles than we were used to.
I
so,
remember it not taking as long
Yeah.
as I thought it
yeah.
would take. Yeah, but you don't need to see all that.
Can't even get it all in the shot.
So you had to back up to site 41.
That's our tent. Also, Joe and Jennifer are very funny
They're
people.
very funny. Yeah. A hoot.
That's our tent. Heather, go in there.
I could see why you use a mud
They make like a little mud mat you can stick out there, which is actually kind of nice. Although y'all have room to have a mud area inside.
Yeah.
Are you guys putting up the rainfly?
Whoa.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's cold.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
help keep it warmer.
Is there an echo in there?
You won't wake up
A
with
little.
frost covering yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
you'll
Oh,
have
that's
that
like a
and
real
cold.
story.
Yeah,
Been there.
Oh.
Where at?
everywhere. So
This
we
is
have.
not a lesson we learned the first or third time.
Well, when it's warm, it's not so bad. Like,
Yeah,
you
sorry, I
feel
keep
it,
like
but
blinding.
It's okay.
This is the rainfly?
Yes.
Jeez.
So that rainfly is going to snap in down here. Right?
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Those hooks, yeah. Which is this, that hook
Get your
thing
foot out of there, Shetty.
is going to be awesome. That's pretty good throw.
All about the clips.
All about the clip. Look for the clip.
Okay, so it's still folding.
Okay.
We're almost there.
Yeah, they just kind of saved the day.
Yeah, well, it is like really funny because like watching like right before they got there and we're like, this is a lot of equipment and we're just like so clueless. Like, I'm like, is this the rainfly or the tent? And then they're like very helpful. I mean, they didn't like help us set up the tent, but I wouldn't have expected them to. But it was like really cool having them there the first time setting this up because like he said, like they've kind of been there, done that, so they have a lot of like advice to offer and
Yeah.
so it was very helpful. Yeah, so it's funny like watching that interaction and like us learning from them as we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't even seen a tent, this exact tent before. They just like knew off
They
of
know. Yeah.
intuition on
Yeah.
where things go, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool. But
Yeah.
it is pretty easy when you just look at it, but
Mm-hmm.
it was so helpful having them around.
Yes.
We're almost there. About 7 more feet to the middle. That's about middle.
So there's going to be Velcro under here, I'm sure, that is going to, yeah, you got one right here. That's just going to Velcro around your poles.
Something else just came with.
I don't know what came loose over there.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't know if you remembered or not,
I
but
don't. Sorry.
we figured it out.
Yeah. You might finish that one.
Finish it with what hammer?
Well, I'm just saying, once you get this one established. Okay. You can take over.
That's like me. I'm like I like to kind of figure out where they're gonna go, but then I'm like, you can do the rest of it though, because the ground is hard.
Yeah, it was like a little bit wet. So once you got past the that part, yeah, it's pretty. I mean, this is really cool to see like that. It's in the footage itself. It's less like smoldering tension.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I feel.
which could have been partly because we just got back from Zion, so we were like, whoa, like
And
look at
just
us go.
being nice for Joe and Jennifer.
And
too.
then yeah, like having your friends around, it's like I'm not gonna be like awkward. As best I can. I'm always a little awkward, but not like the,
right.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like the.
But also maybe I just didn't care. Like it just wasn't. It was easier enough to not be upset about little things,
It just seems like the camera's less noticed. This go around, it's interesting.
You can take over. It's a pillow. Doesn't look like it right now.
It's awesome.
We would have been. Were you videoing her?
Yeah, because she was like, "Look at this pillow." It's not. I guess the camera is noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I remember asking you to film it because I was really excited about, because I think this trip we were like really gearing up for, like we were going to be tent camping in Big Bend, which was like a big deal because when we went to Zion we were like staying in the lodge, we weren't tent camping there, and so Big Bend
Yeah.
was kind of like a bigger deal than us just like staying at a state park, you know, a couple hours away. And so we were like also getting gear ready for that too. So we got like the new tent, and then I had gotten us like sleeping bags for cold weather. So we had these here too, which was good because it was very cold. And then I got like the little inflatable pillows to go like inside because they can like fit inside your sleeping bag.
Oh yeah.
Instead of like having, so then you can really like be in your sleeping bag comfy. So I was like excited about all those things, and I didn't really know what we were doing with this yet either. So I'm like, should I be doing like a tent review or a pillow review? Like, I don't know. So anyways, that's all.
It's funny watching someone film it, I guess, too. Yeah, because she was like, look at this pillow. It's not a pillow yet. Well, how many breaths was that?
That was 4 breaths, and I have asthma.
So there's 2.
Yeah.
So 2 real person breaths.
Would you get the blow up for that?
Yeah.
You're a person. You're a real person, even
Yeah.
though you have asthma.
Yeah.
But
It really doesn't affect me very much. Yeah.
non-asthmatic people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of mattress did you get?
It's just an Amazon inflatable. It's
Yeah.
a little flat.
Yeah.
It's more higher.
Did you see their sleeping bags?
No.
Where are they? Oh. How big is this tent?
What?
How big is this tent?
See.
It's huge. I can stand up in it. Are you cold? How cold is it?
It's at least 32.
At least 32 degrees tonight, and we're a little cold, but luckily we have our giant tent. We'll see how tonight goes. So it did take us a while to set this tent up, but we don't have very much footage of that.
Good.
I was very excited. That was the biggest tent I've ever been in. I've never stood up in a tent. I was pretty excited about it.
It was certainly an
Yeah.
upgrade because we were staying in like a very little tent with the dogs and like camera equipment and whatever. And so it was like, oh, this is going to extend our camping life because it's going to be less frustrating. I think that's a part of it, is being like, okay, like we did kind of need to upgrade so that we like were continuing to enjoy camping because it was starting to get just like rough. Not that you can't camp with a littler tent, but just like for us and our needs and what we needed, it made a lot of sense. But it is funny that you're like saying about how it's cold, but at least we have this big tent. But I'm like, well, that actually makes it colder if you have a big tent. But yeah, the sleeping bags always did their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the reason I'm including the excitement and stuff is because I am realizing how much I appreciate like all the things we had going before. It's like, oh yeah, that was very cold. It was very hard to just keep cameras secure. Like, do I put them in the car or the tent, or where do I keep them?
Yeah.
It's like it's a little more exposed to the elements, and that makes it harder too. But I like that we're watching all this back, and that's the reason why I'm including the excitement, because I'm like, that's not really much. It's just a tent. I've seen one of those before, but not before this. Is what I mean.
And we
I
were
think.
excited about it.
Yeah.
Like,
So
yeah.
I'm recognizing the usefulness of us seeing this again and then talking about it. But
Okay. Well, that's good.
I guess that's what reflecting is for.
Right.
But
Yeah.
anyways, follow my footsteps.
Okay. But your legs are so much longer than
This one's a little bit.
wobbly. A little.
So just step right here.
Okay. Oh, that's slippery. Let's go. Shit.
Okay, then swing your right foot.
And that goes on for the next like 5 minutes. But yeah, it's funny to watch because I'm like, honey, just go. But it was like cold. I didn't want to get my clothes and my boots wet because I knew, like, I wanted to remain in a good mood. And you know, that kind of teeters on the edge with being uncomfortable. So being cold and wet and having soaked shoes, although those were like waterproof, but still, it was like deep enough where if you really like fell into it, your pants would get wet. But yeah, it's also funny because I'm like that. It's so like not that big of a gap, but I'm like thinking I'm doing the splits in between them, and I'm just like, it's just so different. Like my confidence level now compared to that is like funny to me.
Yeah, because we talk about how Angel's Landing like built your confidence a lot, but then
not through. I didn't go through a river.
Right.
That's different.
Slippery rocks and rivers.
Until I've done something for the first time, I haven't done something for the first time.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah.
Hadn't really crossed a river with rocks, I don't think, at this point. Not like that.
Not like this. Not with those boots at risk getting wet.
Yeah.
It's funny.
But we have to like come back this way.
Yeah.
We have to traverse back?
Yeah.
You're good.
Me realizing that you getting through it the first time is one thing, but then you're gonna have to go back through it.
Yeah.
That's life, baby.
Yeah. You gotta. If you go, just like what do they say? A mountain going up is optional. Coming back is mandatory.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like a loop trail or something. So I was like, oh wait, this is not going to be that. We go there and we come back the same way.
There's no bridge. I
gotta do this again. Yeah.
Yep. Just test it. There, solid. Keep going.
No. Ah, that's slippery. It's slippery.
I think I was just gonna start pushing you.
Yeah, sometimes I need a push. No, just kidding.
Rushing river. Oh my God, there's like
I think we just made it seem really hard.
Yeah, exactly. Because I turned around and I was like, oh, there's just like a family with like kids doing this right behind us.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they didn't do it. They left. They could have started.
Yeah.
They could have started.
I'm so sweaty in here now! I'm so fast. Look at me go now. That was real fun, fellas.
Hooray!
Outside!
I don't know what they're doing down there.
It was like one of those like ranger interpretive type things, but it was like a little, like a class type thing.
It seems like they're both talking at the same time. One might be doing sign language. Anyway.
Outside! Yahoo!
O'Malley would run straight off of that.
Yeah, he would, and pull me down with him. He's literally done that before. I've seen him jump out, like I thought he was dead because he just like jumped off a cliff once.
Yeah.
Well, before we started camping or anything.
Yeah, he just got to get used to it.
And there's like a little. It's like a water bottle pocket on the inside, and so like to hold Pringles.
That's funny, but also, yeah, Jennifer and I talk a lot about talk shop about like gear and stuff. So I was like, I had gotten a new like backpack and stuff for Big Ben too, and so I was like, kind of showing her the stuff because she cares. So
Pringles.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see a hand waving in a photo like this.
What do you think of this overlook?
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
You can see the river.
Look at that.
That's a thing. Somebody built that. Part of a trail.
What's nice?
That's nice.
That's beautiful, guys.
Yeah. I was pointing out the bench because the trail we were on was one of those trails where you're like, are we on a trail? Like it starts to feel like, is there a rhyme or reason to this? This doesn't feel very maintained or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was difficult, but then you see the bench and you're like, okay, we are supposed to be here.
Somebody made that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I needed to remember, because we don't really talk about that any other time. So that's what that means. You're still you're coming off of that anxiety from the river.
The river, yeah.
Well, that didn't seem like a trail, but then it leads into this. So then I think
Right.
that's probably what you were thinking. Was
Yeah,
like,
because I'm always like, am I supposed to be here?
and we saw the people down somewhere else. So
Yeah.
I think that's probably why. It's justified. It's just not a thing that you talk about a lot. We made it up, but we need to see if we can make it back down.
Caught myself.
I know, I was like, he's coming for me.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I was like, I know he's probably recording that. I look right at you.
It must be annoying.
Yes. Well, yeah, you catch the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I got it. Oh, that rock is slippery. I almost did the same thing.
You're so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see what that was about. Yeah.
Almost.
Say for the record, I was the absolute first one down.
You were?
Over there.
By like
Maybe
by
you
a
took
lot
5-minute
too.
photo break. Are you getting this rant on the camera?
Yes.
I was number one.
So I walked across it super fast so I could set up a tripod and just not have to walk across again. And so Joe and I went really fast, and that's why you hear us behind the camera.
Yeah, you knew it would take Jennifer and I a minute to get across.
Yeah. Okay, but look how quick this was from pulling it out to set up.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Whatever, buddy.
Well, because I was adjusting to like needing stable something
Footage, yeah.
shots, but I had just gotten a new tripod that fits in like a water bottle holder
Yeah,
or Pringles holder
Yeah.
in a backpack, and
yeah.
that's what I was talking about.
Give you more mobility.
Yeah, it's exciting to me. The footage is like footage to everybody, but I'm like, there's reasons why I'm improving slowly, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like in camping equipment.
right.
So that's the balance, right? You're moving quick, you want to see everything, but also you have to like set things up to get pretty stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still saying the same thing.
Yeah. But also the thing about Jennifer is like I have anxiety. She has a bit of anxiety, but she's gonna do it anyways. Most of the time I do too, but yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah.
just being courageous.
But we might scream about it.
Yeah. What'd you say, Heather?
It's tricky. The sign up here.
Nice.
So we just came to the just came to the Dinio track site. And the tracks are so-so. We're gonna go to the other overlook, the north side of the park, and I was told that those might be a little better. These are just a little hard to see, less defined. That one's probably the best one. We got some out there, but you just can't really tell.
I was having fun with the pancake flips. Sorry,
Yeah.
just included it. I just said, you know what? This needs to be in there.
Yeah, nothing to apologize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Man, we're having a really big moment.
Oh man.
I bet being a squirrel is cool because you can jump from like tree to tree. Those cardinals are so
See, those are dinosaur
Yeah,
tracks.
those are the good ones.
the real deal.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is like so crazy to think about. Like when we were watching this back and stuff, I was like, oh, that's like we were crossing the river, the same river that like these dinosaurs
yeah.
went across, and that's just kind of
And one of them could have been a little nervous too
yeah.
about it. It's the first time. I don't know.
It's true.
Yeah.
My mood elevates after we eat.
Yep. That's true.
Sorry.
No, he's getting.
Sorry.
He's
Hey.
He's trying to get you casually walking by. Oh, you know what you need to get? You need to get one of like Joe's sweat drips. Like, oh yes.
in slow mo.
I'm like,
That's just fun.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, something I really appreciate about them too is like they humored us like with the camera stuff, but they didn't like change how they were acting around us. Like that's how they act around us all the time, you know. Like we're just laughing and kind of cracking up together and stuff. So yeah, it's funny to me. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, serious business.
Hey.
Right before you stab me. Stabby McStabberson.
And the sun's like coming through the clouds over. Wait, no, the sun's over here.
Mm-hmm.
So why is the sky all pretty over there?
Because the sun also shines that direction.
All right.
Science, you know.
Yep.
Sometimes things don't make sense until you see them. And then
Right.
you're like, oh yeah, duh.
We learn a lot from experience is the thing.
Yeah.
We're not gonna know it until we set it up,
And
see
noticing it, yeah.
notice it ourselves. Like that's been it could be a problem if I didn't experience much.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's always been a thing. Like, you know, you can like learn from like reading, from listening and stuff like that. But I've always learned the best by like seeing it for myself or doing it for myself. It doesn't really like click into place until I've had that experience, you know? Yeah.
yeah. And then I snuck off and got some cool drone stuff, which you can make out a little more dinosaur
Yeah.
tracks from this
I know. This,
perspective.
Yeah, very cool.
We just went to the good.
Well, I was
dinosaur
just gonna say, like, because you reached out to like a lot of Texas state parks asking about drone approval, and then like we really only got permission from like a handful that even like would reach back out. Like some of them you just never heard from, and then some of them were like no, and then, but I'm like. Like having the approval for Dinosaur Valley specifically is like such a gift. Like that's such a cool thing because of like the dinosaur tracks that are there too. Because it's like, I don't know, that's just something. I think it's really cool to see
I do
see
too.
that footage, like to have that footage, to be able to look at it, to be able to share it. I think is really pretty stinking neat.
Yeah, I was just thinking the other day of like why it was 45 state parks that I emailed within like it had to have been a couple of weeks. I filled out every paperwork and I sent it
And
all.
each park handles it differently, so
Yeah. There's no real system
yeah.
in place, which is fine if you're willing to navigate a systemless land. But I think that like the reason it was at the time, I had no idea why. I was like, I just kind of want this footage. They were asking me like, what's your social media? What's your website? I was like, I don't have any of that. I don't know. Like, I just want to have, I'm going there.
We're working on it.
And it would be cool if I had some footage. Yeah.
But we weren't like established or anything. Yeah.
No. That's what makes it so cool to see again.
But then, yeah, they were like, sure. And can you give us some of the photos for our like website or whatever? And then, yeah.
It's kind of cool.
We just went to the good dinosaur tracks. And that led us to a trail that went to the scenic overlook. Seems like the highest point in the park. And that was pretty cool. So now we're gonna go look at all the spots on the map that have dinosaur tracks.
Those are basically the last ones we saw, though. There's the most prominent
Yeah.
were there. Yeah. And they do have those at their front entrance, which is really cool. I don't know. I was intrigued.
Fun.
We were
Yeah.
intrigued.
Yeah.
Cheesy picture of me.
What?
You're gonna have to take a cheesy picture of me.
Oh, okay.
Where I stand right here. And then I'm like, you know, like scared.
Like what?
Like this. Afraid of it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like framing that like, well, you'll need this for whatever you're doing.
You're gonna have to.
But really, I just want it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a fun day.
Yeah.
And then it gets.
Absolutely.
Then we have some fire going, and the reason it's colorful is
yeah.
because
I don't know, some little thing you can add to it.
it's
and
like
it,
a
makes it
campfire
colorful, yeah.
color thing. Yeah. But that was the entertainment for the night.
For the evening, yeah.
Yeah. They left a little before us. That's what that showed.
Yeah, and this last like part of it is kind of like an ode to like the park vibes, you know? Like just kind of showcasing all the, maybe not all, but you know, some of the pretty beautiful elements that we experienced while we were there.
Yeah, because we do one last hike. We always seem to, like, even though we're packed up and ready to go, we just drive to a trail.
Yeah,
and do
try to get a little bit more.
one more. Yeah.
That's pretty great. I mean, like, it kind of, like, the way you, like, edited, like, the shots are beautiful in themselves, but then the way you, like, edited them to the music, too, like, I feel like it kind of, like, pulls you into, like a trance, almost. And, like, for me, whenever I've watched that, like, sequence part, it kind of, like, makes me start thinking about, like, my connection and like place in all of this. And I mean that in a sense of like, yeah, like go there, do that, but also just like being there at Dinosaur Valley and like that place in time, and like you're being in like your friendships and, you know, I guess life in general. And it's kind of cool. Like I feel it does, like it makes me think that and kind of feel kind of, but the feelings that come up from that are positive, and I'm like proud of what we're leaving behind, you know. It's like our dinosaur tracks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except we can be intentional about what we leave behind for the world. Like the dinosaurs are like, I don't know, I was just crossing, man. You can make up whatever story you want about me. I was just crossing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with us, we're very intentional about what footsteps I think we should try to be. Like what you are, what photos you are taking. Like this one's funny.
Yep.
I like that it exists, and this wouldn't otherwise had we not done this thing. I'm saying y'all both exist in the same plane right here in a way. Like y'all are just, it's just a photo of you guys. That's not really you.
Oh, like
And it's like a sculpture
like
of
how we would be if we did exist at the same time.
it would be like this.
Yeah.
Like just like that. If you happened upon a T-Rex. So then
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever you're talking about with like feeling proud and respect, it's like, yeah, I would be so terrified. Like I would not want to live with dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, to not. Yeah.
However, it's cool to say that we were not
Yeah.
the only.
It's cool that they existed.
Yeah, we weren't
Like-
the only things leaving stuff behind at one point. Like at how we see it.
Yeah.
It's just so old. It's all Earth is so old. I mean, like it's unbelievably old.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to those tracks.
Yep.
So
And I'm glad that Dinosaur Valley exists. Pretty cool place.
it was a very special, important time in our lives, and it's just as special and important now.
Yeah.
We're just watching it again. And that's all I have to say about that.
Yep.
Like,
Next up is Big Bend.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our first time camping in a national park.
Yep. Tent camping. Yeah. That's a big one. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I hope there's enjoyment somewhere in
Even if it's not
Watching.
from this.
somewhere.
I
Just,
hope you
yeah.
have some enjoyment somewhere, yeah.
Just we'll see you next time. Go there, do that. How was that? Was that okay? Okay, that one was good. All right, that's it.